G'day strategists, welcome back to my podcast. So something that often comes up when I'm coaching strategists to become more confident with the work that they do as video strategists is, but my clients come to me for video, they say to me. They say, I'm known for the video work that I've done. I've built my reputation on creating videos for clients. So how do I transition the conversation into talking about strategy? Well, that's what we're going to talk about in today's episode. So stick around. G'day my friends and welcome back to the Engage Video Marketing Podcast. This is episode 289 and another solo show here today, a quick one, because this is unpacking one of the common things that I often hear from early stage video strategists, particularly when they've established a reputation as a video producer. So if this is you, this is going to be super valuable for you as well. You see, the thing that I often hear time and time again is the idea that I've built my business around producing video content for clients. They come to me to get the videos made that I've been known to make and in the style that I'm known to make them. And I understand the value of helping our clients develop a better strategy behind their content, better execute their content so that the content that I produce actually gets results. But, they say to me, how do I transition the conversation with my clients to be more around strategy first rather than them just coming to me for video? Well, whatever that conversation looks like for you, I'm sure it's probably a conversation you've either had or you've experienced before, or maybe you feel that you will have in the future. So what I want to do in this episode is share with you some ideas that I have and that I've executed and that have worked for me in order to really smoothly and take control of that conversation and smoothly move people towards thinking about strategy and thinking about you and the value that you can provide their business as a video strategist. And I kind of see this in three different potential ways in how this can play out. And the first one is through agencies. So if you get most of your work through agencies, or you operate as a freelance cinematographer, or you operate as a video producer working, taking a brief from an agency and then producing that video, then that's one way that can work out. I held up two fingers there if you're watching this on YouTube. But what I meant is one way, holding up one finger. The other way that this can play out is that it could be that you're having this pushback from existing clients who already know you. Maybe they've already worked with you before. They've already produced video content with you before. So how do you change that perception of what you do? That's the other way. And then the third way is for new clients, new prospects contacting your company for the first time. Usually they're coming to you for a video, but how do you transition that conversation into strategy first? So I'm going to share with you some practical ways, some words that you can use and some approaches that you can take in all three of those potential opportunities that you have to talk about video strategy. So the first one is those agency relationships. So if you get some of your work or much of your work through agency relationships and partnerships with social media agencies, ad agencies, and that sort of thing, then I guess the key way to think about this is don't break or don't fix what's not broken. So if you're comfortable and you're happy with the briefs that you get from that agency and you're good at delivering the video content that they need and you're building a strong relationship and you've got a good agency relationship there, then you don't really need to talk about strategy with those clients. However, what I want to add to this is, and this is critically important, as a video strategist, if you can open up new opportunities to consult with or to have conversations with the contact that you have at that agency to really get clear on how well do they know video marketing? How clear is their brief? Is there opportunity for you to seek to lead with value and add more value to their agency by either educating them on video strategy or by consulting earlier on in that process with their clients in order to ensure that the strategy is right behind the video content that you create? So obviously you need to be careful about how you manage that relationship, but the way that I would approach that with my agency client is to say something along the lines of, look, I know you guys, have deliver really clear briefs. You do a lot of great work with the clients before they they come to us to produce the video content. And, we really appreciate the relationship that we've got with you guys as an agency. However, if you see that there's potential opportunity for me to add more value to what you offer your clients through providing some video strategy consulting or being part of that earlier conversation to ensure that the video briefs that you supply us are the right videos for the right purpose and used in the right ways, then I'd love to be able to have that conversation with you. Are you open to having that conversation? So whatever that conversation looks like for you, then that's what I recommend, is think about how you can just start to transition the way that agency perceives you as a video producer, leaning more into that video strategist kind of mindset. So hopefully that's helpful for you if you work with agencies. The second one, and I think probably the most common, is for existing clients or past clients who are coming back to your video production company, and they're used to just coming to you and getting a video made, and that's probably what they've done before. So they come back to you and they say, hey, Ben, we produced a video for you a year or two ago or whatever it was. And they say, we've got another video, let's talk about, can you quote on this project for us? So this is where I would take the opportunity as I'm transitioning into a video strategist. I'd take the opportunity to try and open up a different conversation with that client. And you got to, again, do this carefully. So obviously if the client's coming to you with a really clear brief with what they want, and if in the back of your mind you're thinking, the strategy's right here, like this is good, I like what they're coming to me for, this is going to work well for them, then what I would do in that case is just have some conversation with them around what their intended distribution or optimization, or what are they actually doing with this content. And if there's gaps there, if you identify that they don't really know what they're doing with this content once they've produced it, is I would open up the opportunity to add on some sort of consultation process after delivery of the content so that you can add more value to your clients so that they're better set up to get results with the content that you produce. So that's one way. The other way to transition that conversation with existing clients, and I think this is one of the best opportunities for early stage video strategists to actually get some notches on their belt or some case studies, under their wing around their role as a video strategist. And I would actually approach those clients who are coming to you for a new video content and say, hey, before we quote on this project, I've been doing some work on video strategy and developing myself as a video strategist, you could say. And, I'd love to chat with you more before we talk about this specific project around what is your wider marketing strategy here, and really align on where video fits within that wider marketing strategy, so that any videos that we produce for you from this point forward, we can make sure that they're set up to return on your video investment. Does that sound like a valuable conversation to have? And usually, of course, they're going to say, yeah, of course, that'd be great. And you can either, charge for that, or you can do that just as a value add for your clients as well. So, definitely use that as an opportunity to change the perception for your existing clients of you as a video strategist. And finally, with those new prospects, so you get that kind of cold call coming in, or that inquiry through your website, or maybe it's a referral from someone who you've done work with in the past. But that new potential prospect for your video business, that's the perfect opportunity to take control of the conversation and establish right from the start that you're not like other video producers, that as a strategy-first production company or with a video strategist mindset, you're going to be able to provide more value to them so that the content that you produce is set up for results that they want. So this is where I would be steering the conversation, taking control of the conversation. And very early on in that initial phone call or that initial inquiry, I'd be using words something along the lines of, after you've kind of chatted to them about what it is that they called for and what they want, and try and establish how clear they are on what they want. So you've got that out of the way. Then I'd be using words along the lines of, and this is kind of a line I use all the time in my business today, which is, thank you for that. Can I tell you a little bit more about how we work? And then I'd go on to say, so as opposed to, or different to other video producers that you might speak to, we call ourselves a strategy-first production company. So what that means is we want to make sure that we have the right conversations and ask the right questions and go through the right processes with our potential clients to ensure that there's a decent strategy in place behind any video content that we produce, so that every piece of video content that we produce is set up to return on that investment for the clients. Does that sound like something that's valuable to you? So I always turn that question back to them. Now, you'll always get a yes there. Of course, people will say, yes, that sounds valuable to me. So then you'll say, so let me tell you a little bit about how we work. So what we'd usually do is we'll just have some sort of a video strategy discovery process before we quote on a specific project. And you can have that conversation around what that looks like and then offer that to your clients first. The benefit of leading them towards some sort of a discovery process or a strategy session or a video strategy roadmap, workshop, whatever that may be, is you're able to build a bigger picture of what's the possibility around video strategy is for those clients before you actually launch into a particular project. Now, often that project that they have come to you for can be part of that strategy, and you can explain where that fits within the strategy. And then you can go on and quote that specific project. Now, I will say that sometimes you will get pushback here and say, look, that sounds great, but we've got this, immediate need for something, that's what we've come to you for. We've got to get this video made. And this is where you can, now that you've already established how you work and that you focus on strategy first, this is where you can make a decision. You can either take it or leave it. You can say to the client, well, unless you go through our strategic process first, we're not going to be a good fit for you and we can't work with you on that. You could make that decision. Or you could make the decision to say, awesome, so long as you're clear that you know how you're going to use this video, then I'm happy to quote on this particular video as a project. But are you open to, after we've completed this project, provided we complete this project successfully, of course, and we enjoy working together, are you open to then scheduling in a video strategy session so that we can talk about the bigger picture, the longer term plan here to ensure that you're integrating video successfully into your business? Does that sound like a plan? And often the answer there is a resounding yes. So hopefully that's valuable to you as you establish yourself as a video strategist and think about, how can I change that conversation for clients when I'm known for producing video content? Let me know what you think of this episode and how this style of episode works for you as well. So I will be back with you next week with another interview episode of the Engage Video Marketing Podcast. But for now, good luck building confidence as a video strategist. You got this, and I'm here for you as well. So reach out to me and let me know if you get stuck on anything. All right, guys, I'm Ben Amos from Engage Video Marketing, and this has been episode 289 of the podcast. You can find the show notes at engagevideomarketing.com/289, and I'll see you in the next episode.